Hello everyone, Dervla here coming to you live today, and I'm going to talk to you about resistance and self-doubt. And this topic is the topic chosen today because I found myself feeling quite resistant to coming on and doing a live stream earlier on today. So I thought, well, that's my topic. So I see if somebody join me live, so just let me know where you're calling in from, because it sounds a little bit like the Eurovision, where you're watching from. Just comment, and please do like, comment and share this video with your friends. So resistance, and just sharing a little bit of how it showed up for me this morning. Didn't sleep very well last night. I'm in the wonderful throes of night sweats that keep me awake some nights a lot more than others, and last night was one of those nights where it was pretty hot, and I'm not hot and sexy, hot and clammy, and it wasn't very pleasant. And this morning I felt quite tired, and I know it seems even crazy coming on talking about this publicly, but you know what, we're women. This is what I'm here to serve women, so it is part of the stage that I'm at, and maybe you're at the similar stage, or you've been through it and you might have some tips for me. So anyway, I felt quite tired and like, oh my God, I really wanted to do a live stream this morning, but it was like, oh, I don't feel like putting on makeup. I don't feel like showing up. And I felt the resistance, and I was like, okay, let's shift this, because I know it was just an old story energetically that was running in my subconscious and my energetic field. So I did some grounding, I did some color meditation, and within a short space of time I felt much better. And I did do a live stream in my free group Sacred Sensitivity earlier, talking about this very same topic. So I broke the uncomfortable feeling as well by actually taking action, and I do recommend that. That definitely helps me. Once I notice I have resistance and I do some energetic work on it, then to take the inspired action helps me to move forward. So what is resistance? Why does resistance show up? Well, to me, resistance is a form of fear. And it is that false evidence appearing real. It is stories in our mind telling ourselves, for example, excuse me coming on, wanting to show up, telling myself the story that I hadn't the energy, I was too tired, No, yeah, I was tired, but I wasn't that tired that I could come in here and show up. And the evidence is I've got over that. I've shifted the energy. Here I am now. But it can be a fear. And one of the responses from one of the ladies in the group just now, literally just read it before I came on here, is that she found resistance coming up. She didn't sleep very well last night, and she found she had great plans for the week and not taking action. Now, for me, reading that, it's fear. So it can be, number one, self-doubt, that you feel that on some level you're not good enough, that if you're putting yourself out there, particularly on social media, and I know this woman is a businesswoman who has great talents and skills and abilities, but there can be fear of judgment, fear of visibility, fear of getting it wrong, fear of being misunderstood. There can be many layers of that fear. I'm not going to go hugely into that now, but I will be covering resistance in quite depth in my upcoming online program, Sacred Simplicity, and I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of this live stream, and I would love you to join me. Because when we set goals and visions, whether you use the term goals or visions, I prefer the term vision and desire to goals. That's just my personal choice. It can feel exciting at the beginning, and we can feel all excited and enthusiastic, and then when it comes to the next day or maybe the next week and we're taking action, it can feel a little bit flat. It can literally, like a little bit of pin has gone into the balloon and it's kind of deflating a little bit, and it's kind of like, ooh, that enthusiasm, all of that energy, that excitement that I had, where is it? It's gone. I'm not feeling it anymore. So maybe I shouldn't take action. And we tell ourselves these limiting stories. If the time isn't right, it's not now, it's not safe for me, people won't like me, I'm going to be judged, I'm never going to make money out of this, for example, if you're showing up in a business, or it's going to take a long time, or whatever old programming that you're running. And I, again, go in looking at the deep subconscious programming that we're running in this. And it can be when we're resisting to take an action that we have an underlying subconscious fear of rocking the boat. And what do I mean by rocking the boat? Rocking the boat is maybe that you're afraid that maybe your primary relationship may shift negatively if you go out there and you generate success on your own terms. So your subconscious mind is subconsciously keeping you back, keeping you hiding, keeping you small, so that you stay in that familiar paradigm, that familiar energy bubble that you've been used to maybe for decades. And maybe you've been used to being a people pleaser. Maybe you've been used to saying yes more to others than you have been to yourself. Perhaps it's that you're not used to actually putting yourself first and putting your desires first, because you're afraid that it'll rock the boat. You're afraid of what changes that it might bring, and your subconscious mind is automatically going in to assume, making the assumption and telling you the story that the changes are going to be negative and they're going to be scary and that they're going to be not so pleasant for you. Where in fact is when we move outside my comfort zone, our comfort zone, and this has been my own personal experience, once we get over the fear, once we take the action, and once we get over ourselves and not be bothered about who's watching. I've no idea who's watching me now. All I know is there's 2 people watching me, but I'm going to keep going. There was a time that scared me quite a bit, but now it's like the people who are meant to hear me are going to show up, they're going to hear me, they're going to invest in me, if that feels right for them, in working with me so that I help them to transform their lives from the inside out. But it can be that you're afraid that that change is negative and it's going to have a negative impact in your life and that it's going to create pain for you. So by avoiding the pain, you stay stuck, you stay in your familiar comfort zone because it feels safer or it feels comfortable. But sometimes our comfort zones can become very uncomfortable, and the universe will bring us a big bang or something that will wake us up, often quite dramatically, to actually help us to shift outside our comfort zone. And I know for me, working in the familiar comfort zone, it was comfortable in one way of getting the permanent pensionable paycheck in my job, but internally it was extremely uncomfortable because I was becoming more and more unhappy in myself. I was becoming more and more tired, more and more ill, in different ways, you know, and I've had the chronic fatigue. So a lot of that as well is resistance of your own life force, resistance of what your soul wants you to express while you're here in this lifetime. Because we can be tired of pleasing others. We can be tired of maybe even doing routines that we've done for a long time, but then it's like, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. And that could be as simple as going to the same shop to do your shopping. It could be as simple as meeting this person on the same time every week that you've done for years. And you're kind of saying, no, this pattern, I've grown out of this, or maybe I've grown out of this relationship with this person. We're now not necessarily vibrating on the same level as we used to. And sometimes it can be that jobs might need to be released and let go. It may be friendships that might be need to release and let go. And that can bring a level of uncertainty. It can bring a level of fear, anxiety, of stress, and of self-doubt and worrying, can I actually do this? Can I achieve what I want to achieve? And my own business journey has been very much like up and down and all over the place. It certainly is not what I thought it may be when I left my job 4 years ago, but it's perfect because I've had to go through massive shifts of learning and development, personal growth and development, for me to be able to now hold a sacred space for women over this next 6 months, starting in June, in my program Sacred Simplicity. And why I'm coming on talking about this is, in my experience, if you're coming up with regular experiences of resistance, of self-doubt, of not feeling good enough, of not feeling confident enough in yourself, of not loving yourself exactly as you are right now, because we're all perfectly imperfect, judging yourself, comparing yourself, telling yourself that it's okay for her to be successful in business or whatever story you're telling yourself because she has X, Y, and Z. That is not true. We are all unique. We all have our unique individual soul, color, personality. We have our own signature energetic vibration. We have come in with our own soul contracts into this lifetime to learn, and we have a choice whether we actually move through and, you know, take on the lessons and learn the lessons and move through them, or stay stuck and stay in resistance and stay in fear and ultimately create discomfort, dis-ease, disharmony, sometimes even self-disgust, because you're almost can self-loathe, because maybe you're setting the intention that you want to shift something, a particular area of your life, but you keep going back to the same old patterns. That's because your subconscious mind is running the show. That's because your inner child, maybe your 2-year-old, your 3-year-old, yourself, that didn't get that love, that didn't get that validation, that didn't get that heartfelt nurturing, that didn't feel safe, that didn't feel secure, in some way, is now running the show, because it's like the subconscious mind's primary function is to keep us safe, and it'll keep us safe in relation to the decisions and the beliefs that we took on as young children, particularly from the ages of 0 to 7. And we can come in with past life energy as well. I certainly have, and I've cleared a lot of energy around past life stuff that needed to be cleared. So what I'm urging you to do is to make a decision and decide that you're going to take 100% responsibility for your own health and well-being, and that you're going to get the support that you deserve and that you desire on your journey. Because I know, no matter what program I have invested in, if I don't have some level of one-to-one in-person support, I have programs sitting in my laptop from some of the most famous people in the world. And the reason that I have found that I haven't been highly engaged in them is because there hasn't been that one-to-one engagement, that one-to-one accountability, that support of a network of people around me as I'm moving through it. So if you feel that you're ready to change, one of my recent clients was like, I'm ready. She's done with a particular pattern that's been showing up. She's using the next few months to really focus on shifting that pattern in herself, because, as she said, she wants the buck to stop here and pattern for her own children and moving forward, and she's had enough. So if that sounds like you, whether it's maybe that you want to go on an exercise routine and you just can't get into it. Now, I'm not a personal trainer or a nutritionist, but the energies of all of this, and this is some of the stuff that people want help with. They want help with personal body image because maybe they're carrying excess weight and they find it difficult to lose it. That to me is, again, a lot of that can be coming from a safety mechanism, and we can continue to sabotage ourselves by stuffing down our emotions and our feelings through using food. Other people use other addictive methods. It doesn't have to be drink, it doesn't have to be drugs. It can be self-sabotage coming up in different ways in relation to distracting yourself when it's time to maybe go on a live stream if you're in business. It can be self-sabotage in relation to charging your prices that you deserve. It can be self-sabotage in sitting down watching Netflix when you could be doing something else. It can be self-sabotage, can come up in many different ways, telling yourself that you're not worthy on some level. So my whole ethos and the whole core of the energy work that I do, and I'm still a work in progress myself, is to really connect to your heart and your soul, so that you feel confident, so that you feel safe, so that you feel secure, so that if you are feeling resistance, that you know how to deal with the energy of that resistance, that it doesn't stay stuck and it doesn't immobilize you. For example, today, if I didn't shift and it was shifted quite quickly, what was showing up for me, I could have easily told myself, you know what, Dervla, I'm feeling tired today, I didn't sleep very well last night, so I'll go back to bed and I'll spend the afternoon in bed. I could have done that, but I chose not to. I chose to move the energy because this is what I'm here to do, this is what I'm here to teach. And if you're feeling drawn to working with me, you can work with me one-to-one, or you can come and join my wonderfully sacred Simplicity online program starting on the 8th of June. And it's for women like you, like me, who are ready to shift and change, who are ready to focus on maybe one aspect of your life. And I'll be talking more about focus and all of that in the group as well. But whatever you want to shift and change, you know in your heart and soul. And this is a perfect time for transformation. This is a potent time for transformation. You will get some recordings that are there. You're going to get live streams every week. You're going to get one-to-one support from myself. With the comments that you come back to me, I'll be responding to them. I'm not going to be available 24/7, but I'll be allocating specific time to answer your specific questions. And you'll also get the support of like-minded women in the group. And it is, for me, a very sacred space, because there's going to be a lot of deep transformation in this. And if you want it and you're noticing resistance, don't worry, we're going to cover the resistance. We're going to move. One of the first things we're going to do after we create your vision, we're going to look at the resistance, the stories that you're telling yourself that are preventing you from actually bringing this into your reality. So we're connecting mind, body, spirit. We're talking about your 3D physical reality, but we're talking very much about a fifth dimension support, because I work in a very highly spiritual way. This is not in any way associated with any particular religion. I'm talking about connecting with your spirit, connecting with your unique energy soul print. We'll be working with colour, which is very simple, very profound way of transforming energy. I shifted my energy literally, I'd say within 2 or 3 minutes this morning, by bringing in the violet colour, because that's the colour that my body wanted. Within a few minutes of doing that, I was on my live stream in my closed group. And I'm sharing this because I want you to know that you do not have to stay stuck. You do not have to stay in fear or anxiety. You do not have to stay stuck in telling yourself that you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not good enough, you can't be successful, you don't deserve the wealth that you want, you can't travel to that country that you want, when obviously restrictions are lifted, or you, whatever it is, maybe changing that career that you want. Because I know there are women who want to change careers and they're feeling stuck in moving forward. I know what that's like. I took a big leap of faith. I can help you to navigate those choppy waters if that's for you. Also, what I was thinking this morning, if you're a frontline worker and you've been working there helping everybody else, you know, and we've to me, the frontline workers, whether you're somebody who's working in a care home or a nurse or a doctor or anyone else that's supporting in the shops, in the chemists, all of that, helping people who are cleaning hospitals and all that, to me they're the celebrities. And I really think that it's time that we shifted our perception around celebrity status, because it's the people on the ground grafting, doing the work. To me, they're the people that we need to be championing. They're the people that we need to be really supporting and really taking a look at and shifting our perception around what is success. I mean, those people have supported us so deeply, so honourably over the last few weeks, and I know they will do. So if you know any care worker, if you are a care worker, my concern would be that when all of this starts trailing off, that you may experience the levels of anxiety or post-traumatic stress in some level that maybe your body has not been allowed to experience, because you've been on full throttle, you've been going, you've been coming home, sleeping, maybe you've been even away from your family, you've been isolated, and that when this starts trailing off, my concern would be that you will go into excuse me, high levels of stress or anxiety, or maybe even borderline panic attacks. So if that is you, I really urge you, hop on a call, let's chat, let's see how this can support you, because it's over 6 months and you will gain deep, profound transformation from the inside out. I urge, if anybody is watching this video, please do not be resistant to share this video with your friends, because you have no idea how, by you sharing this video, how you may be instrumental in transforming somebody's lives. People have come across me in the last, particularly since the lockdown, who've never followed me before, and they come across one live stream and they've contacted me. So you just do not know who is out there waiting for this video, waiting for me to show up, waiting for my energy to show up so that I can support them. So please don't be shy, share this video on your personal page, share it in any groups that you can. I'm having, for some reason, difficulty in sharing it from my page myself, so I'm having to upload on YouTube and share in that way. But I doubt very much that you will have that issue. If you have, post a comment below and let me know. You know, or tag people in this video. Tag them in the comments below. Let them see it. Let them follow my page. Because this really is a program that wants to be out in the world. And I know that a lot of my own personal experience in energetic trauma is instrumental in helping support other women through maybe similar stories right now. So Just notice, what are you resisting? What are you afraid of? What's the worst thing that can happen? Because our subconscious mind, our monkey brain will go in and tell us dramatic stories. And before we know it, we're scaring the crap out of ourselves. We're believing the stories. You are not your thoughts. You are not those negative beliefs. You have your own mission on this planet, and you're here to grow and evolve at a pace that's perfect for you. And that's why I really want to do this in a very sacred space, because it is sacred work, it is sacred healing, and we're going to have lots of fun as well. So hop on a call. I have time available Wednesday afternoon. I have time available actually later on this afternoon. I have time available Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. If you want to hop on a call and you have any questions about the program, literally we're going to be working from the base right up to your soul star chakra. So we're working through the chakra system, but I'm going to be doing it probably, well, yeah, because the way that I work might have similarities to others, but it's my own twist and my own intuitive abilities that I'm going to be using. And just to give you an example of one of the ladies who signed up, I never spoke to her. I never met her in my life. She watched one live stream. Before I could even start talking to her, I had to pause. I was getting a message in something relating to a particular family member of hers, and it wasn't negative, it was quite positive, and shifted, and I was asked a few questions, and then within a few minutes, like, oh my God, that's what this is about. I can't make this stuff up. This has been channeled through me. This program wants to be created. This program is being created. I know I might be going on a little bit now, but I feel passionate about this. So if you want to join me, all you need is €100 of a deposit to secure your space. We're starting on the 8th of June, and you can have a payment plan after that, or you can pay in full. If you pay in full, you get an additional bonus. And the price that I'm charging at the moment will not be charged if and when I run this program again, because it's you're getting it at a fraction of the cost that it's valued at the moment, purely because it's a beta testing program, and I want to see how and where it goes. So that's it. Take care, have an amazing day, and post any comments below. What kind of resistance are you coming up? What are you afraid of? Private message me if you want to hop on a call to see if how I work is for you. So that's it. Take care and have an amazing week, and I'll be in again here live. And sometimes I just come on impromptu, sometimes I give you a notice, so stay tuned to my page, and please do like, comment and share, because the world needs you and I to raise our vibration so that we can be the beacons of light for others to transform. Because once, it's like lighting a candle. We light the match, we light a candle. One candle can be lit from another candle, from another candle, from another candle. How many thousand candles can be lit from one candle being initially lit by a match? It's the same for our energy. If I shine my light and it benefits you, and I encourage you and help you to release and shine your light, it's going to impact on who you're living with, your children, your partner, your co-workers, your business, your clients. It impacts on the whole world, because we are all connected. Looking at the quantum field of connection, we are all connected. Whether sometimes we might kind of think, oh my God, am I really connected to X, Y, and Z? But that is the reality and the scientific evidence to support all of the work that I do. So that's it. Take care. Thanks for joining me live, to those who join me live, and I shall see you very soon. Bye for now.